guys. Boy, do I have a game here. This game was just absolutely epic. I mean, it was just such a crazy, crazy game, and it's crazy for so many different reasons. First of all, it took let's see here, 70, 73 moves for me to finally win this game. It was just up and down all over the place. I mean, look at over here. You see this right here. Look at all those misses and blunders. It was a great game because of that. Review: white was 39% accuracy, black, which was me, 41% accuracy. 5 blunders for me. Both of us had an equal number of misses. I had more inaccuracies. I just had more, just uh, you might say, mistakes overall. But I guess I win because I had more good and excellent. Well, not excellent. He beat me with excellent moves. I had 16 best moves. Um, just so, look at this. I mean, look at how just wild this is. I mean, so anyways, details. Um, yeah, we'll go into that later. But so yeah, so this is a total of 73 moves. I mean, I so many crazy things happen in this game. So let's just go ahead and get started. And I'll just give you an idea of what I was thinking about this game. Starts with this the Van Geet opening right there, and there's my move. So I just figured, well, I'll just he's not pushing anything in the center, so I'll just go ahead and do a King's Pawn opening um, right there. And here he's getting ready for a Fianchetto to bring out the bishop right there and start looking down at that. You could also, well, no, I won't do that. But anyways, the game considers this my first miss. The reason why I did this because I was preparing for this, so that the knight wouldn't just take. But the thing I didn't realize is, if he takes, I didn't really need to, I didn't really need to like do this. I could have just gone ahead and pushed with that. So if he takes, then my queen takes right back. So that was a bit of a miss, yes. So right here, this is considered as a miss, but he does allow this an equal opportunity for as I'm doing right here as well. So I go ahead and push that move that I wanted to do. When I see this knight move, boom, there's a fork right there. So I'm going to try and see if I can fork that knight. Game considers that an inaccuracy, but you're going to see here in a moment, it's actually a sweet move because he blunders and then gives up his queen. So right there, now again, so you might think right here, wow, he just lost his queen right there on move 7. No, it wasn't move 7. Move 5, lost his queen, and never gets a queen back. Well, he gets it back later on in the game, but you'll see what happens. Anyways, you might think, well, then this has got to be smooth sailing. What happened, Chase? Yeah, what happened? A lot of crazy stuff. Yeah. So, move my bishop there. Figured that's a good spot for my bishop, and then he does the fianchetto finally. And so what I did is I did this. The reason why I did this is because if I don't, and the knight moves somewhere, right here, I guess, he's attacking this knight like that, but he's also attacking that because this bishop now has free reign right there, and there's nothing to protect my rook. So what I do is I block right there. So whenever I didn't do this so much to attack the knight, because if I did take the knight and then that pawn is hanging, so I have the same problem, staring back down at that. So it wasn't really intended to attack the knight, even though I guess that's how he took it, kicking the knight out. And this game considers this a total blunder, and it is a blunder because I am forgetting about my bishop, and I do lose my bishops really early on. I've already lost one, and there goes my last bishop, and that's one of the reasons why this game took a while. So I totally forgot that. I just did not see that at all. Now what I'm seeing here is, let's see, try to remember what I'm thinking here. Yeah, that's probably not the best move right there, but I just wanted to get my knight into the game. Both my knights, lost my bishops, so now I'm trying to get both my knights in the game. He still got both of his bishops, and both of his knights, and both of his rooks, and looks like all of his pawns. The only thing I've taken from him so far is his queen. That's the only reason I'm up by 2 points. So I was trying to get my knights into the game. There's my queen under attack, and I move my queen right here instead of right here. The reason why I do this is because let's say He goes right there, and then I do that. Um, there's fork. King's forced to move, cannot castle, and then I lose a rook. So I decide, instead of attacking the knight, knowing I'm not going to get that knight, I'm going to go right here and protect the potential fork. Boom, like that. A game considers that the best move. So I'm trying to, I think I give myself some props for playing a level of defensiveness. Here comes this knight right here, and what I'm thinking right here is like this and like that. Now, what I did miss is that I do have a pawn that could just go ahead and take the knight, so there's nowhere for him to go. And so that's why I decided to attack this knight right here with my king. It's the only piece I really have that can attack him. I could have just done that, I guess, but there you go. Probably would have been better. So I am being aware of that, and it kicks that knight out. And this actually, yeah, this is a blunder. I did not see this. I'm trying to pay attention to the potential forks. Both of these knights are pretty powerful right now. This would have been a nasty fork. Look at this. See, again, I tried my best in this game to look for potential forks. And this is actually a fork right there. Both of these knights are potentially forking this. So basically what you can have right here, you can have that, take, and then same problem. And then there goes my queen, like that. I'm fortunate that he did not see it, and he withdrew the knight. So I get my queen right here. I didn't see that potential fork until after the game, by the way. I did not realize I dodged a lot of bullets in this game here. So let's see here. I'm getting ready to at this point I'm looking for something down the center line here. Again, this game's such a mess. My king was moving all over the place. Knight gets attacked. I move my knight out of danger, and the game suggests I should have gone for this fork right here. You lose, that's fine, but then right there would have been pretty sweet. But that's something I did not see. I was playing super cautious, and that's probably why it took so long to win the game. But I'm looking at this right here, and my plan here: attack, take right here. Here's this bishop right here, and I'm paying attention to that bishop. He's not forking. He's pinning this pawn, but the pawn is protected, so I'm fine right there. Take, and he takes immediately. And then I was like, man, I didn't really see that too much. I was thinking, push forward. He's gonna do something else, and I could take, and then that would be a check. King has to move, and then could have been checkmate right there, I think. Let's see here. Let's say he, like this, boom, like that, and game over right there. But he quickly takes, and so that was a good move. Removes that checkmate potential. What I'm gonna do here is, okay, so once he removes that, I'm figuring, okay, well, I'm going to have to get my knight here into the game a little bit. So I'm going to protect, and the game considers this a mistake, but I'm doing this because, again, I'm protecting that right there. That's why I did that. So the knight comes out, their knight comes out, push my knight forward. I'm not exactly sure where I'm going to put him. I'm thinking about putting him like right here, check. And I'm going to get this rook here on this line to just kind of guard that. And then there goes that. And so he's attacking, by the way. I didn't realize he's attacking my rook. But I'm looking at this right here. And as soon as I do that, he makes I thought was a pretty nice move. Game calls it an inaccuracy, but I thought it was actually a good move. He castles. So that ruins, again, another potential really dangerous spot. So I think both of us were just playing really well defensively. This is a fork, by the way, but there's that. And then again, I could have just gone ahead and take. That would have been really, really sweet. But, there you go. And then, so I could take right there and then, boom, fork. But, yeah, I'm not going to take either one of those. Anyways, so it pushes his bishop right there. Again, it's a nice solid line. So once, what I'm thinking about doing right now is I'm thinking about pushing up right here, take that. And if, he takes, I don't know, we'll see what happens. But that's my plan. My plan is to sort of push up in this area right here. But when he moves his bishop right there, I'm figuring, oh, he's planning on moving that knight, maybe tuck him right here, and see if he can start sneaking around here. So what I decide to do is and once he does that, by the way, there's that knight right there, and again, I want to push this pawn up, so that means that this knight's going to be left out here by himself, not protected. So I move my knight right here to sort of anticipate that, to get ready to protect the knights once this his knight moves, his white knight moves right here. So now we're going to go ahead and, now that we have a good, we sort of close the position, we're going to start to attack. Here comes this knight right there. Again, there's that, see right there, just what I figured was eventually coming. But because the knight's protected, I feel safe by taking. And my hope is that taking right here, he will take, and then I can start controlling this line. But I do need to get my queen or a rook right here to really do this. I'm thinking at this point, potentially like if I got my queen right here, got a rook right there, got this pawn out of the way, big bad check right there. And the only thing is I would have to get something to guard this. I don't have any more bishops left, unfortunately. So anyways, he's pushing forward right there, and I'm just going to go ahead and start continuing with this attack. There's an attack on my queen, and so there's a couple things I could do here. I could do this, but this is totally deactivating my queen, essentially. I mean, unless I did this, and there's a fork right there on these two pieces. There you go. But I figure that's a great spot for my queen. It's safe, nothing's attacking her, and she's just staring down at this. It's putting on a lot of pressure. And then right here, I don't know. We could see what we could do with this situation. Anyways, all right. Then he takes my pawn right there, so that pawn falls. What was I thinking with this move right here? Oh yeah, I'm thinking about starting to do this. So I'll get my king out of the way. Here comes the knight right there, attacking my queen again. So I move my queen right here. Not where I wanted her, but there you go. Get my rook there, and there's a check. So what else was I thinking right here? Right here. That probably would have been a better spot for my king, to be honest with you. But anyways, there goes my king right there. I'm not sure why I did that. I made a lot of weird moves. This is considered a blunder. But that was that was part of my plan. That right there was not part of my plan. That was a good move. That was a sweet move. So his opponent realizes if he takes right there, or actually maybe even right there, to be honest with you. No, actually right there. Nah, don't want to do that right there, because then boop, right there. So we would just check right there, and then when the king moves, we might potentially take. Nah, you know what? That's going to leave my queen hanging, so we don't want to do that. All right, so but he does that and removes that possibility, because now this pawn is protected. He's blocked off that. So there goes that potential. Check, and then that's considered a mistake. This is a crappy situation for white, because you take, and it's bad. Like really not a good situation to find yourself in. Just no win scenario here. And then if you don't take, of course, and which is what he doesn't do, you lose a rook, and so that wasn't good. All right, so we've gotten one rook out of the way. I mean, we're up by 3 points. We've lost a lot of pawns, both our bishops and a knight, but we have a queen, a rook, and 2 pawns. So that is definitely putting the game in my favor here. Bishop goes back right there. Pawn up, right? Rook up right there. I don't know why I did that, by the way. I'm not sure exactly what I was thinking with that move. I don't remember too much, but anyways, here goes rook right here, and again, my plan here is I want to get my queen down here. I gotta be careful here, because look at that. You do not want to, right there. That's a massive blunder. So being careful where I move my queen, get my queen in position, preparing to do some bad nasty checking. There's a fork, bishop falls. He saves the knight. Good move. And this is where I make another big bad mistake. I'm just ignoring this pawn right here. I shouldn't be ignoring that pawn. Honestly, the best thing for me to do would have been to right there. That would have prevented that pawn from moving. And then, I don't want to move there because I'm going to lose my queen. And then a rook eventually if I took the knight. But I didn't do it. And I did this instead. And that. Now, I sat on this move probably for a solid 3-4 minutes, just sitting here going, what do I do? What do I do? Because the problem here is the take, boom, lost. And look at that advantage white has. If I don't, right here, queen, same exact problem. I'm going to lose my queen. I just, so, and if I try to save my queen by check, king, knight can just take like that, and then what do? Now it's just pretty much screwed. You try to continue to check, well, the king can just take that, and there goes both your rooks. Both of your rooks have just fallen, and then you still have this problem. And it's like, look at that, mate and 9, just like that. So there's no, it's just, now what I'm laughing about is the obvious move is that right there. Is that. And that was like the one move that I did not even think about. And then, I don't know, you start thinking about getting your knight in a position to, I don't know, maybe right here, something like that, and then attack the rook. I don't know. But that was the obvious move. But I'm like, I just didn't see it. And so what I decided to do is this. The game's like, oh, that's a blunder. And a blunder, sure. But the idea here is, assuming that this obvious move wasn't the obvious move, the idea here is that, because again, let's say I right here, still same problem, and I just lost a rook, so it's even worse. And then if I try to, then I try to what do I do here? The queen, take. I have to take that. I cannot leave that queen. I have to take it. And then look at that, white's got a massive advantage still. So this is just a no-win situation for me. So I decided to do this. The reason why I do this is because if promotes right there instead, I'll just take the rook, but I'll still lose my queen. So actually that wasn't what I was gonna do. Right there, promotion, boom, take or check like that. I don't know. I'd probably lose the rook right there. And then, it's just a nasty situation. So when I do this, because what he's gonna do is he's gonna take my queen while promoting, and then I can just immediately take that queen out. So that's what I was talking about when I was telling you earlier in the game. He does get a queen back, but for only a moment. And so that was my plan. It's like, all right, well, my queen's gonna fall, but I'm gonna keep him from getting a queen in the game, because in this situation right now, the last thing I need is for him to have a queen. Oh man, because look at that, I got nothing protecting. Look at this right here, or this potentially, with support from, something like, you got his bishop right here, a white square bishop. My king's on a white square. Oh man, it was bad. So I did dodge a bullet there. Knight here. My plan here is to start knocking off these pawns. Because they could become potentially dangerous. Also, if I knock off the pawns, I'm also freeing up these blocked pawns to go ahead and try to see if I can get myself a queen. Now, here's something where I missed badly, because this rook, I'm attacking the rook, and I totally missed it. I completely missed it, and I was like, I can't believe I did that. Oh my goodness. I was like, I was attacking the rook. I could have taken out his last remaining rook. Yeah, you lose your knight, sure, but you took out a rook in the end game, and that's like big time good. All right, so I'm deciding I'm going. I want to promote this pawn, but I'm super nervous. Like I spent so much time in this part of the game because got a rook here. He can just go on endless checks on me here and just check me into a corner until I'm done for. He's got two knights, a bishop, a rook. I got two rooks and three pawns. That's all I have. Right now, at this point in the game, I am just relying on um, just him making a huge mistake. Look at this. See, that was just a swung in White's favor. I mean, I'm in a really really bad spot. So I'm going. You know, I didn't. Like I said, I sat on this move for a while. Here's a check, and then it's gonna force me back. You know, like right here. I can't move here. I can't move there. So this is all guarded. That's guarded. That's guarded. So you see all this right here guarded, and that is guarded as well. You know, I mean, like that's that's tough. I mean, right there too. Uh, you know, where do I go from this point? So it's not looking great for me. So I'm like, okay, well, I don't see an immediate checkmate right now, and the game even says so, not an immediate checkmate. So I'm gonna go ahead and protect this pawn, taking a risk. Um, uh, um, so now I'll go ahead and I'm thinking, all right, I'm just nervous, you know. So I'm gonna attack this knight right here. He lets the knight fall. There goes that bishop, um, that was a weird move. So I'm gonna go ahead and start pushing that pawn forward, right here. And he starts to see it. He attacks the pawn, but I would just push the pawn up, and then there you go. Now that pawn cannot promote because it will lose it instantly. So I'm going to go ahead and just start checking his king. And then he does this, and it considers this a great move. I wouldn't say so because there's check. If king moves, there goes your last rook. Your rook falls. If check takes, I'm going to take back, and game is now even. And so that's a win-win scenario for me. And then he decides to take my last knight. I did not think he was going to do that. I thought he was going to take my rook. It was the obvious choice. You're going to lose that trade, but still, it was the obvious choice. And so he lets his last rook fall, and this is where the game ends. This is where it's just all over. It's done for. You've lost. There's no way you're going to win this because I'm promoting. I'm getting that queen back. Game over. I'm getting the queen back with two rooks. There's no way when your king is right in the middle. And so here comes the most incredible, strangest checkmate I have ever gotten. Typically, like, you know, you get like a double rook checkmate. How about like a triple line or file checkmate? So right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the rook set up, and then right there is check, but you know the bishop can block. So it's not exactly yet, but and then he just decides, you know what, I just want to get checkmated immediately. So he blocks the bishop from being able to block a checkmate, and just goes ahead and gets checkmated. So boom, right there, checkmate. Look at that. This is all blocked. This is all check. King is just checked into oblivion right here. Nowhere he can go. So that is it. That's the game over. And just like, oh my goodness, what an incredible, amazing game. Definitely saving that one. Okay, well, I'll just get that later. But I think I already saved it. But anyways, so that was just an epic battle. What a game. Just look at all this. I mean, I loved it. I really enjoyed the game. Both of us played our hearts out. I think defensively I did fairly well. I did get so focused on my offense, I didn't realize that my opponent, because I was looking at like right here when he just continues to push the pawns up like this. I was like, what's he doing? He's just blocking those pawns. He's done. You know, I'm not sure exactly what he's doing here. He just continues to just lock his pawns in. You know, that does potentially become a problem later on when we reach the endgame scenario. And that, you know, that's when like in this point in the game, I'm like, I have to protect my rooks. I have got to keep my rooks alive. Every single move counts. Every single move is important. It's significant. Um, and yeah, so there you go. There we go, right there. And especially, it's when he lets his last rook fall that the game ends ultimately, because now there's nothing stopping me from promoting. There's no way that bishop's doing it. That bishop is on a white square. I'm promoting on a dark square, so there's nothing that bishop can do. And so there you go, game over. What a game. So, anyways, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed that.